All right, good. So this is just my top 10. Why don't you just tell me your approach on these songs? Slow Descent into Alcoholism.
That's so simple. That's a shuffle implied, really.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? The original drummer, there was a drummer before me. He sort of played the same thing. He had a little more swing to the bass drum, and I just straightened it up when I got there. I kind of kept it the same. He did the rolls at the beginning, copied those from him because it sounded good. I just didn't want to freak anyone out because I just joined the band and they'd already played a few gigs. So that's kind of a little bit of him there. And then I just straightened out the beat. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice.
I think he was really in love with the shuffle when we started.
Yeah.
There was a lot of songs, right?
Yeah.
So I think I cycled through pretty much every shuffle I could ever think of.
Right.
Including the Iron Maiden, what I call the Iron Maiden beat.
That's on Use It? Or what?
Yeah,
Where is it?
I put that on Use It. It's like the Iron Maiden beat. That
Yeah. Now, I've heard that referred to, and it's the only one I was like, okay, the Iron Maiden beat. I think I read that somewhere else. Is this just your idea of the Iron Maiden beat, or this is just like we're trying to do? Because like you also do like the Fool in the Rain kind of.
I put that in there too. That one became.
I don't mean to call you out.
No, I don't mind at all. I've told many people that.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of records.
Yeah.
So when I hear something,
great,
I play it. And that was probably an accident because when Carl and I were working on those songs, I was just as a joke, I'm going through shuffles, and one time we play it through, and Carl's like, "Whoa, what's that?"
Yeah.
Well, that's the Iron Maiden beat. So there, it's locked. He's like, "You got to play that." And it's funny because in this context, nobody even knows it's there.
Yeah.
Because it's a pop song, right? It's not. But then that song, Use It, became. I sort of tried to steal more things and put them in.
Yeah.
So what I did was we just thought it was really funny to keep stealing beats. So in the verses, I add what I call the Detroit Rock City beat. Yeah, which is on the snare.
Yeah, right.
With the quarters on the hi-hat.
Perfect.
I mean, that's how I hear it. I'm not really sure if that's the way he played it, but I've always thought that it was.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, if it's Anton Fig or if it's still Peter Criss, but I hear those bass notes on this.
Fig, yeah.
But it's kind of hard to hear because there's a big reverb on the snare drum, but that's always how I've interpreted that beat. So I put that in there, and then I stuck that Fool in the Rain in the breakdown.
Yeah.
So I'm just a rip-off artist, really.
We'll edit that.
It just became this thing. Look at how many fucking songs I can rip off and put into one song, right?
Is there the beginning one, the in that song?
You know what that is? No, that's that was the fourth one I was going to talk about. That's Iggy Pop. But what song is that? It's off of Lust for Life.
Yeah.
Hunt Sales. Hunt Sales.
Right. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, and just since we're talking about the other, how about is it just intentional on Crashier's Ticket to Ride? Is that an intentional thing? Seems like a Ticket to Ride.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, sorry. I mean, it's not.
No, it's not as intricate as that. Ticket to Ride's got a little more swing to it.
True, and it evolves as a song.
Yeah, this was just a real straight,
Yeah. Well, since you have this history of,
stealing,
pulling the cool.
Well, and everybody does, right?
Of course.
And
you're pulling the coolest one, so it's perfect. Our good laws have changed.
It's weird accents following the guitar. It didn't record very well. It sounds way better live, that song.
Yeah.
And that's me doing Bunny Carlos again. Oh, Cheap Trick, yeah, great.
I've interviewed Bunny.
I think he's the most underrated rock drummer. I just can't believe that people don't talk about him more.
I know.
Because I listen to those records, especially live at Budokan, where you really see what that guy plays.
Oh.
And those shuffles, those train things that he does in the snare drum, plays along with the hi-hat.
Yeah.
It just sounds so incredible.
Yeah. Have you heard that Tinted Windows record?
No.
That record he did with the dude Adam Schlesinger from Fountains of Wayne and the singer from Hanson.
Weird.
Oh, unbelievably great record.
Really? Eh?
Super poppy, great record. Yeah, and great. He's got tons of that. So that.
Oh, so good.
It's so good.
It drives a song like nothing I've ever heard. And I think that's what Rock and Roll is by Led Zeppelin too. He's playing the snare all the way through, isn't he?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bunny.
It's that old Little Richard thing, really. That's the same. You keep on knocking, but you can't get in. I mean, obviously it's a shuffle, but he's rolling along with this snare drum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing.
What do you call it? I call it the train beat because it sounds like a train.
Chicka. I think it's a good. I think that's a pretty common nomenclature for it. How about Jessica Numbers?
That one was a real. That's one of Carl's first real mental breakdowns. There, it was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Where are we going with this? But yeah, it turned out well. I was just following along. That's just what came out of my brain, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything in there that's really outstanding. Basically tried to count through it. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, there's 6s and 5s, I think.
I mean, the thing that I love about your playing is it seems so just intuitive. I don't get the idea. I don't get the idea that you count. Just why I'm so interested in this point is because it just seems so natural. I mean, obviously, once you've played the song however many times.
Well, I try, and I'm also like I play a lot of guitar and I play a lot of piano and I play a lot of bass, so I kind of try and follow the song, I guess. I think I wank maybe too much sometimes, but for the most part, I try and stick to the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I try and follow along to the song.
Yeah. Cool. All right, now this is the one that's been driving me the most nuts on this point. Is Failsafe off the last record. Now, is this just? I mean, it's obviously on your part. It's so simple, but the
I can't remember what's on that or how. Is that just a loop?
Yeah, it's like just.
Sorry.
Yeah, they just playing. Is it that everybody else is messing it?
No, they just looped me. I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's me just going, and then they.
Yeah, it's very.
I should listen to it now because I don't even remember what sounds like.
Go Places.
You know what that is? That's me playing the. You know the little beatbox on the home organ?
Yeah.
You know, you press all those little buttons, bossa nova, tango, and there was always that one waltz beat that went, and that's me playing that. I just thought it was a really heavy beat.
That's awesome.
The oompa beat, I sometimes called it.
Yeah, your hands.
You know what's funny about that one?
Yeah.
You know, it just started out as kind of one of those jokes again. Carl's like, "That sounds awesome." So me and John and Todd and I were like, "Okay, we'll play the Black Sabbath thing."
Yeah,
but we were playing in Barcelona, and the spoon drummer comes running up to me, and goes, "I think I heard you guys on the radio, but I'm not sure. Do you have a song with like old-fashioned '80s cymbal catches in it?" I'm like, "Yep."
Busted.
He loved it. He remembered it. People are afraid to use those things, you know.
I don't know why.
You know, because it conjures up
it's too rock.
Memories of rock or what. I think there's a place for everything.
Up in the Dark. Just the count of that.
Up in the Dark. Oh yeah,
and then into the kind of shuffle.
That was an accident, you know. I was listening to Carl and I had made a demo, maybe a few more of us had made a demo, and went back and listened to it. I noticed that I put that and I just loved it. It was my favorite slice of anything that I played on that record. It was just that little because the guitar doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And I just thought it added so much energy to that little push, you know.
Yeah.
So I brought it back in from the demo.
Your approach to the kind of ballady songs, Adventures in Solitude and Streets of Fire, just two of the greatest. I mean, the songs, of course, are like ballad type of songs, but when the drums come in, you know, just the best fills of all time.
Thanks.
That's any comment on those kick-ass fills? I mean, the one in Streets of Fire is so just well, if
that was one of those just one-off kind of change it every time, and it just turned out, I guess.
Yeah.
Adventures in Solitude. Oh right, sure, yeah. That's that 7-stroke. Is that a 7-stroke roll? I don't know. Where you go. It's like a total Motown fill.
Yeah.
Everyone's used it.
Well,
yeah, and then I managed to put the surf beat in there too. I always love the surf beat, you know, because I'm a big Clem Burke fan.
Yeah.
From Blondie. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him next week.
He's
coming here in a couple weeks.
He's #1 on my list, I think.
But that, another drummer that's not talked about is not enough.
I just love to put. Yeah, I think so too. He's man, like Parallel Lines. It's just incredible.
Unbelievable.
He's so good. You know, and I I've ripped him off massively, but the end of which I'm surprised you don't have on here is the Bleeding Heart show.
Yeah,
because that's where all the fills are.
Yeah,
but all those fills are so Clem Burke, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the pushes on the hi-hat.
Yeah, totally.
Stolen.
Totally. I didn't want to be too. I wanted to make sure we could get along first. You saw him in this, and then Clem Burke is calling.
Well, he ripped off Keith Moon, so I get to rip him off.
Fair enough.
I like Keith Moon too.
Totally.
You know who else nobody talks about is Bruce Gary.
I'm not sure I know that.
The Knack drummer.
Oh, of course.
I thought he was really, really good.
Oh.
Well, and you know, those are both the first Knack record and Parallel Lines are both Mike Chapman too. So.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if he had anything to do with that. I wonder if he was like whipping.
Come on, yeah, that guy's amazing. I think he passed away, didn't he?
Yep, a year ago.
Not long ago, yeah. Yeah, that Let Me Out, like the first track on
that.
Oh,
it's killer.
Oh.
Such a good drummer.
Unbelievably great drummer. It's too bad that they got kind of relegated to the one-hit wonder thing, because that whole album is.
Well, it came along at a time, you know, they were rockers that were playing new wave and nobody liked it. But I mean, you look back at it now, not knowing that, I'm too young to know that, and it's great.
Yeah,
it was really great pop music.
You
know who else? Dinky Diamond. I love Dinky Diamond from Sparks. I'm a big Sparks fan.
Yeah.
I thought he was a great drummer.
My favorite.
He just died recently too.
Oh my gosh. My favorite drummer that nobody ever talks about is Jimmy Marino's from the Romantics.
Yeah.
Remember those guys?
Yeah, he was great. Those two floor toms.
Oh, huge kick drum, and every song is just the most simple. Always four on the floor.
Yeah. That big 26 or 28-inch bass drum.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Totally great guy.